Hey everyone, Drew Dillon from Project Lift, and this week we're going to talk about using partials, whether above the knee or below the knee, from the hang and from boxes. We're going to talk about the start position required to make sure you mimic the movement just as if it came off the floor. So let's talk about partial movements and where to get started from them. So a belief we have at Project Lift and what we have athletes do is we mimic the positions in partials where the athlete would be as if they were in the lift coming from the floor. So we want to mimic those positions and help the athlete understand the positions, strengthen in the positions, and move correctly through the positions. So if we're talking about above the knee, what we're looking for is a vertical shin at the start. The athlete's over the bar and they've taken the slack out. So they're not just there loose, they've gotten slack out, there's pressure into their feet. And the first motion off of that is the torso bringing the athlete up to that power position. What we commonly see athletes do wrong is they want to sit back at this position because it's uncomfortable or they feel a bit weak. So as a coach, and as an athlete, you have to help them move around and make sure they're in that correct position to where they're not in a weak position, they're in a good position, but don't be sitting back because it takes some tension out of the process. You need to be over that bar. And the other one we see is knee forward. So they kind of push those knees forward over the toe at that above the knee position. That bar's right above the knee, and that is incorrect. So when we take the athlete below the knee, just like we mentioned in the video last week of the clean from below the knee, you saw quite a bit of this. You need to let that knee advance as you're coming back down to get set into the position. So as you pass that knee needs to advance. The weight's going to be more midfoot to ball of the foot emphasis with that full foot loaded now, whereas above the knee, it was more towards the heel, but still had that full foot loaded. And remember, the first movement from below the knee is our legs drive, and now we're above the knee again as those hip and shoulders have risen together. Things we see wrong below the knee when athletes get started, they want to stay back in the heels the entire time. And the other one is not letting the knee advance forward. So as they're coming down past that knee, they keep a vertical shin, and they're just not in the correct position. Partial movements are great. They make the athlete focus. They make the athlete understand positions and movements, where to be and how to move through them. And it really allows you to work on areas that an athlete doesn't have much skill in, breaking that lift down, taking some volume off them, and helping them understand that movement and work through the rough spots. Good luck with it. Would love to hear any questions you have. Hope this helps.